Welcome back to the HellfireComms Disneython. I'm here today with Mexi and Drazer, and we're going to be watching James and the Giant Peach, which is a adaptation of the Roald Dahl book of the same name. Drazer, you picked this one, so explain why you like it, but in 10 words or less.
Roald Dahl. I read book. It was good.
Bravo! Holy shit, he did it!
Amazing. Yeah, I grew up with this film. It's one of my childhood favourites. Along with, I would say, Matilda and, of course, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
What, not Witches? Come on, the nightmares you get from that film are pretty much essential to have a proper childhood.
Witches was a good film, but like you said, it scared the shit out of me, so it wasn't exactly rewatchable for me. Tracer, what do you think about the film properly?
Wait, James and Giant Peach are witches?
Both at the same time.
If Witches is the scary one where the witches wouldn't die, then yeah, I saw a bit of that. James and Giant Peach, this movie is great. And it was only after watching it so many times now that I've discovered symbolism in it that I'll talk about later.
Oh shit, and here we thought Roald Dahl was just a crazy British guy who invented a brain valve.
What year does this movie, and I guess the book as well, take place in? Because everything's super old-fashioned here. I assure you guys, we don't dress like this in England.
Really? I thought sunshine and beach trips were like part of British culture.
Sunshine? Are you having a giraffe?
I'm having a giggle here.
I wouldn't know, being on top of my mountain and all that.
Drazer, stop being a silly Scottish bastard.
But yeah, back to the time and day. I mean, his mom looks like the propaganda poster of the lady who's like, we can do it!
Uh-huh.
So, I assume near World War II-ish? Because, I mean, in the book, there's even mention of atomic bombs. Yes, the book is pretty grown up that way.
Oh, it's not going to turn into Where the Wind Blows, is it?
No.
Oh, thank God. Yes, James, and they'll all hate you.
It's like, James, this is Gavin. Hi, Gavin, I'm James. Fuck off.
That's going to be James's motivation for the entire film. Every action, every breath he takes is just to make a friend.
Now, here's one of the first big changes the adaptation made. I believe in the book, because we've done a few retakes of this, so hopefully my memory's steering me in the right direction. In the book, I believe it was a normal rhinoceros who just ate James's mum and dad wholesale, while here they died of fright or were taken to the Shadow Realm.
And now he's stuck living with these two monsters.
Ah!
Yeah, no. Rhinos, something that belong in the zoo, just like these two.
The rhino in the book it escaped from the London Zoo. So maybe you guys really should work on your zoo security over there, because over here in America, we don't have rhino eating problems.
The skinny one is Joanna Lumley, fantastic actress. She was part of a show called Absolutely Fabulous, which most of us Limeys should know by now. And the plump one, shall we say, is Miriam Margolyes, who I don't know any of her other roles, but she was Professor Sprout in the Harry Potter movies. And it's funny that she's here, because another Hogwarts professor, or ex-Hogwarts professor, shall I say, will be turning up later in the movie.
Their hiring standards are pretty low. They can hire abusive ants, right?
Yeah. Now, I saw the name Henry Selick back there. Maxie, do you want to go into a little bit of detail about that?
You're only saying that because you know I'm a fanboy for Henry Selick. So it would be my pleasure. Henry Selick is the guy responsible for pretty much all the great stop-motion animation films. He directed Nightmare Before Christmas, he directed this, he directed Monkey Bones, and he would later go on to direct Coraline. His stop-motion animation style, unfortunately, has erroneously been credited to Tim Burton of all fuckheads. Yeah. I don't know why. If you are out there watching this commentary, and you're thinking to yourself, oh man, I love Tim Burton films, stop-motion animation is so good, stop it. You're wrong.
Ew. Isn't this meant to be a kid's movie?
Well, too lewd. Tubbies.
Are they not reciting something from another Roald Dahl book in that scene?
Not really a book, but it was just a poem that he wrote. I don't think it ever made it into one of his actual novels.
Didn't he pass away like 6 years prior to the movie?
Yeah, he passed away in 1990, but this film came out in 96. However, they were able to bring in some written stuff he had and incorporate it into the script. First was that poem, and later on, another one of his poems became lyrics to a song. it is kind of a shame that he wasn't alive to see the movie actually be made, because he was convinced that this property, like a lot of other of his books, wouldn't actually work as a film. We can probably blame Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for that, because he wasn't too keen on that movie.
Well, that was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the Tim Burton one.
Tim Burton.
Seriously, what the fuck was up with Johnny Depp in that movie?
He was Johnny Depp. Like, is that even a question?
No, I'll tell you a movie where Johnny Depp plays Johnny Depp playing Jack Sparrow. It's in that fucking Lone Ranger remake.
Oh yeah, it's like a clone but Indian.
I forget which one of our mates it was, part of HellfireComms, mind you, who tried to convince me that, no, it's not Jack Sparrow, it's really not, and I'm like, yeah, sure.
I want to say that was Emeralds.
It sounds like it.
You know what, and if it's not Emeralds, fuck you, Emerald, you're wrong.
So you're saying that if it's not him, okay.
Even if it is, who cares? It's Emeralds.
Dinner time!
Aunties, are you having a fucking giggle? And they're all like, no, we are not having a giggle, James. That is in fact your din-dins. What's the matter? Not good enough for you? Well, no, aunties, because if I eat this, I'll fucking die.
It's a shimmy.
You could die or you could starve to death. Those are your choices.
Oh, yes. My favourite brand of crisps, Latos.
And of course, the knockoff brand, Tatoes. They actually played down some of the abuse. Despite James and the Giant Peach being a children's novel, explicitly on the cover, there are scenes of the ants beating him.
And James can hear the music in the background. He knows it's time for a song.
I completely forgot that this movie is actually a musical.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. It also seems like from the start that it's not going to be anything else other than live action, but they kind of turn it on its head once the Giant Peach comes into the picture.
Even the spider's like, fuck off, leave me alone.
Is there a story about that?
Paul Terry, the guy who's playing James right here, he actually quit acting after he got bit by the spider during this scene.
Damn.
He would later come back in like 2000 to do something called mini-soaps, but as far as movies, this was the only thing he did. First, only, and last.
When did J.K. Rowling write the Harry Potter books? Because I'm seeing a lot of parallels between James and Harry here.
Well, for one, James's name is Henry Trotter. The original fan character Do Not Steal, but I think 96 was when Harry Potter came out?
Yeah, I'm sure Roald Dahl was quite a while before.
Where they'll hate me.
The lyrics of this song are literally the equivalent of one of those stickers you put on in a convention that says, "Hello, my name is," and James writes his name 3 times, just to make sure.
And much like Icarus flying too close to the sun, once he gets to New York, he'll crash and burn.
James has really brushed up on mythology. Icarus and his little pet spider that all historians somehow forgot about.
James also has no idea that America does have an air force and we are not afraid to use it when you enter our territory.
Giant Peach on takedown. Take it down. Oh, this song is so bloody twee.
I like how the lyrics sing about, isn't it a lovely day? Well, if he's leaving England, of course it will be.
Nothing but sunshine and roses once he gets to the States.
I'm honestly surprised that despite being locked up with his aunts and busy working and being abused, he has time to learn origami.
That's a good point.
Hey, when you have, like, no friends, no source of entertainment, and you probably have just paper lying around, you'd probably learn a thing or two.
What he really should have written on that paper balloon is, "Help, I am being abused systematically, day to day. Please send help. Love, James."
P.S. Please send help!
You bastard, I was taking a drink there.
He should have, like, put the spider in it. Spider, go call for help, please. And this is why he should have put the spider in there.
Now his aunts are on a rampage. arachnophobic rampage. Trust me, it's as terrifying as it sounds.
Wait a minute. So they came in to beat him, but noticed the spider first. Talk about priorities.
Oh no, I'm falling down the stairs!
He's pushing her down the stairs.
Oh no, I've fallen, and now you've fallen, and now we're falling together. I'm taking you down with me.
Didn't James's stunt actor there change pants several times during that shot?
Yes, he had shorts, then pants, then no pants, then shorts, and now James has no pants.
God, you can really tell this is a Henry Selick movie. This looks like a set out of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, it's got the fog, no sunlight, skinny people look like skeletons, fat people look like they've been inflated with helium. Yeah, that's sort of his style.
Well, you kind of just described England there, but I'll let you go on that one. This is the wonderful Pete Postlethwaite, sadly no longer with us, but he plays both Old Man, who doesn't really have a name, both in the movie and the book, and he also plays the narrator for the film.
Do you think he's playing the narrator as the old man, like the old man's just talking to us now?
Yeah, when he's off screen, he's just in a recording booth or something.
I'm a wizard, James. Look, here's my proof. I made magic macaroni. I call it Macaroni.
Ooh, trademark.
Tom, don't you dare try to steal my joke again.
Well, you've trademarked, so I'll get sued if I do.
Mexi, didn't he have to make a potion in the book?
Yeah, in the book he's supposed to mix the crocodile tongues with a jug of water and 10 hairs off his own head, and then that would make a magic potion that when he drinks it will bring happiness and a great adventure. Alternatively, he could just go down to town, buy a bottle of whiskey, and he'll get the same result.
White lightning! There's another parallel with Harry Potter here. Polyjuice potion, anyone?
Yeah. Rowling's got some explaining to do.
Falcon punch the wall, because I'm a wizard.
Can you guys really see New York from the UK?
If you look hard enough.
So if you squint through a telescope that's pointing towards New York and is super powerful, yeah.
Alright.
The hobo is touching me. The hobo can teleport.
Bad touch, bad touch! But he has macaroni, so I'ma let it pass.
Turns out it's just radioactive macaroni. Ugh.
Well, let's be honest, that was probably the most human contact James has had besides a good beating in the last few years.
Oh man. Sad touch.
That was pretty dark.
Hey, that's James and the Giant Peach. At least they gave him a bed in the film adaptation. In the books, it's just, sleep on the wood, GG.
Jeez, Mexi, I'm Dark and Razor and I thought that was dark.
Nothing, definitely not talking to a mysterious old wizard out here. What? Old man.
Yes. He's not credited as anything. Even in the book, he's just called the Old Man.
Nice job, James.
I like this part, because I'm pretty sure the old man mentioned the first thing they touch becomes magic. So aren't they technically touching the ground?
The ground is lava.
The ground is now magical. It's the symbolism of the book. James and Giant Peach is actually supposed to tell you that the world itself is a magical place to enjoy.
Oh, it's now my headcanon that the worms infected the ground and turned it into Halloween Town. That's why they look so similar. Oh, and she's all like, it's too early for a beating. Just hit yourself with the tree, please.
Just pull the branch back and... Ow! Okay, you can't just shout out food and hope it'll appear. Oh shit, it appeared.
Is that how it works? Chocolate bar! Damn it, you lied to me.
I'm loving Spiker's Aunt Jemima thing.
Yes!
You can never unsee it.
Nope! Now I want Spiker to make me flapjacks. Oh, with peach syrup. Speaking of, have either of you guys actually eaten a peach?
I've had peach-flavoured stuff, but never the peach proper, as it were.
I've never eaten a peach. I have had peach-flavoured stuff, but I have held a peach, and they're awfully fuzzy.
They are. I've had tons of peaches, mostly because I love fruit. I think I might actually like fruit more than I like candy. Surprise, bitches! I put a bomb in the peach. This has been my plan all along. Notice how he hides behind them!
It's swelling more than Drace's ego.
Ooh, you're a dead man.
That is the biggest Wampa fruit I've ever seen. Crash Bandicoot is going to love this movie.
I don't know. I don't know what he does with the Wampa fruit. I know he gets wanted for collecting crystals and boxes, but not really the fruit.
Well, he's running around and spinning and shit. He's burning calories. He needs a good, balanced, fruit-filled diet. That's why he's chomping on them Wampa fruits.
Exactly. Why do you think Sonic eats so many chili dogs?
I thought you were going to say rings. And I was like, okay.
That's Sonic XL.
I believe you have experience with these kind of roadside attractions, Maxie.
They're all in America. Like, I've seen the world's largest bucket of nails. I've seen the world's largest rocking chair. I think I've even seen, the second biggest lumberjack axe. They are so much fun to look at.
Wait, what? Who wants to see the second best anything, HellfireComms?
Sorry, ma'am, you have been refused. Your child has too much creativity.
Why are they dressed up as, World War II pinup girls?
Well, you did say it's around the 1940s, so...
I guess.
I don't need to get the idea of Spiker and Sponge pin-ups in my head, thank you very much.
Come back and see the Ninth Wonder of the World tomorrow, the saddest boy in the world.
Just put him in a cage.
You going to a funeral? Yes, hopefully mine.
I like how he got all dressed up. He's like, I want to play with some kids. James, look outside. It's midnight. The only kids you're going to see out there are the homeless ones. You know what? Make friends with those. They can probably accept you into their clan.
Yeah, just go talk to the chavs on the street corner. I'm sure everything will go according to plan.
That's why he has the basket and the thing.
So we can fend him off. Hey mate, you got a cig. No, fuck off. I said fuck off, alright?
It's to poke any drunkard still, sleeping around the beach. Hey, get up, leave.
Go on, get out of here.
And he uses the stick and grabs the fag with it and puts it in his basket. He's like, nope!
Wow, the ant's meanness is starting to rub off on James.
That's it, James. Follow the plot device.
He's like a cat with a laser. It's like, I got it! Where'd it go?
Nope, don't care about magic anymore, Giant Peach.
Oh, Peach, no one will understand our true love.
Will you be my friend, Peach? Here, I'm just gonna eat some of you. This will show that we're friends.
Take me into your body, James, and we will become one.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh.
He ate the Macaroni trademark.
Oh, dude, this kush is so dank. Don't even know what that means.
The secret ingredient of macaroni is pot.
Bitch, I be tripping balls. Now I'm seeing a giant peach.
What if the peach is actually alive and it's carnivorous and this is how it lures prey into its body where it slowly digests it?
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of the end of E.T., to be honest. Kind of opened up like some kind of Steven Spielberg spaceship.
The peach is a spaceship and they're going to space. That's the sequel. Henry Selick magic, go!
Oh my god, he's mutating!
Who put on the big head coat? It's not funny, guys, come on.
Okay, this is where the claymation starts, and it's going to continue until, the last 5 minutes of the film. Like I said earlier, the whole film was originally going to be all claymation, but then that changed, and they were thinking maybe have it all be claymation, but have James be live action for the whole film, but that honestly would look really bad. So then they said, you know what, all claymation, but to save money, we're going to have a live action beginning and a live action end.
Great lighting in this part, like before the reveal, because it shows all the insects to be really menacing and whatnot.
Except the grasshopper.
That's always been one of my favorite things about the stop motion things. Like, I know that there's a whole bunch of kids that are like, oh man, Nightmare Before Christmas is the greatest thing ever because it's so dark and emo and Tim Burton understands it. No. One of the best things about Nightmare Before Christmas is the lighting. It's a movie that takes 98% in the dark, yet everything is properly and well lit.
Exactly.
Like, it's amazing.
The centipede is the best character.
To be honest, yeah, he's my favourite character.
I'm not sure who voices all of these guys, but I do know that the Earthworm is voiced by David Thewlis, who some of you may know as Professor Lupin from the Harry Potter movies. See, I said there'd be another professor turning up.
They're hiring abusive ants, earthworms. Do I really even want to go to Hogwarts now that I know what the teaching caliber is?
Oh, Jesus Christ, my head is so huge! The Glowworm, actually, is voiced by Miriam Margolyes, who I mentioned earlier as being Aunt Sponge, so even when he gets his dream realised, he still has to travel with the perception of one of his aunts.
Damn. Well, it's sort of like The Wizard of Oz.
Little bit, yeah.
I'm no expert on glowworms, but are they actually, like, partially deaf or something?
I'm pretty sure most bugs have really bad senses. I mean, most of them don't even have full-fledged eyes. They just have sensors on their faces.
Actually, that's an interesting point. Shouldn't the spider have, like, 6 eyes?
Shouldn't the spider also not be French? I don't know. Why are you asking these questions?
Exactly. Shouldn't the spider also be injecting James with her venom and then, like, slowly digesting him from the inside?
Shouldn't the centipede have way more legs and arms and not just 2 and not try to be some sort of Brooklyn brawler?
Actually, yeah, how many arms does he have? Now we're all watching and trying to count.
I got 12. How many you guys got?
Were you including the legs, Mexi?
No, just the arms. The centipede's a pretty cool puppet. I mean, most of those arms are moving independently, and they're tiny too.
Interesting fact. I believe the centipede is voiced by Richard Dreyfuss, but his singing voice is Jeff Bennett.
Yeah, Disney does do that a couple of times. Like, hey, we love your acting voice, but we kind of need a different vocal range, so you're not singing for your own character.
Oh god, this was like so British, so very, very British, and the tweeness is kind of overpowering, but I love the movie regardless.
It is a good movie.
The Ladybug is just trying to be Mary Poppins, but not working.
No, don't you make me get salty.
Yeah, Mary Poppins was going to be at the Disneython, but I took a look at the running time and I was like, nah, son, nah.
We're gonna look at the movie with the talking bugs and the singing bugs.
Okay, I'm just going to go through all the voices here to fill up some time. The Grasshopper is played by Simon Callow. Richard Dreyfuss plays the Centipede, as I said. Skip down a bit. David Thewlis, Earthworm. And of course, the best character, Girl with Telescope, is played by Siroku Dunlap.
We haven't even seen her yet. That's a spoiler, Tom. Shame on you, bad commentator.
Restart the commentary. Restart it all.
Not again!
Also, Tom, you completely blundered. I'm not saying a grasshopper. I'm saying a swag hopper.
Fuck off, Tracer.
Time for midnight beatings!
Are you eating that peach? You better not be eating that peach.
The ground, it's still filthy. What do you think you're doing out here?
Eating? You better not be eating, ever.
Time for a science lesson, kids. Earthworms are annelids. The worms that you can actually split in half are flatworms. You try and split an earthworm in half, you're just a murderer. It's not science, it's cruel. Don't do it. That's actually really mean. The kid's got PTSD related to rhinos. You're just gonna be like, hey, I hear a rhino.
I think I hear someone's parents getting eaten out here.
Interesting point about the rhino. In the movie, it's like a cloudy rhino, but it's funny how they have that, but they disclude the in the book there are the cloud men, which later on in the story kind of just throw things at James.
I guess that's the film's way of just taking the two ideas. It's like, well, we don't really want to have a real rhino eating people, but we also really don't want to have the cloud men, so put them together as a reference.
I didn't even think that car was, like, functional.
Well, come on, James polished the hood ornament. How could it not work?
I also like how the Brooklyn Centipede, instead of going down there and knocking the shit out of them, just decides, let's just break the peach's stem.
With his second pair of mouths on his head. In the book, the ants actually die at that point. They're crushed and killed and never seen from again. But children's movie, so we gotta keep them alive.
And none of this is destroyed like in the book.
Yeah, in the book, the town is pretty much destroyed by the peach rolling down. One thing in the town particularly that was destroyed was a famous chocolate factory.
Charlie, no!
Is that before? Oh, that would have to be after he got the chocolate factory. Imagine if it was like the day after. He finally has the factory to feed his family. Bam, giant peach.
Grandpa Joe!
Who cares about Grandpa Joe? The guy was too lazy to get out of bed for work, but as soon as chocolate comes into the picture, I can dance. I get it, because he's handsy.
Those kind of jokes that you won't get till you turn 18. It's like Toy Story 2 all over again.
Well, to be honest, do you really have any incentive to go with your kids to see this movie? Well, other than the good art style, the fact that maybe you yourself read it. You know what? Take your kids to go see this movie.
I'd happily take my kids to go see a Roald Dahl movie. What are you on about?
Then watch them cower in the theater seat. Just like have a video camera, not taping the movie, taping your kids' reaction to all the scary, sad shit.
Now the movie's like, you like visuals? Here, have all the visuals in the world.
Don't lie, Earthworm. James is the only thing on this peach that actually has a backbone. You know, despite it being claymation, the water effect's actually pretty good. I mean, this movie is sort of a weird intermediate form. It's a lot better than Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's not quite as good as Coraline. Coraline, to me, so far, is the epitome of the style. Like, they did such a good job. I mean, then again, they had over a decade to improve the technique.
I've yet to see that, but everyone raves about it, so maybe like with Tangled, I'll finally sit down and give it a watch.
Oh, please do. Fortunately, not Disney, or it would be in this marathon.
You know how normally spiders have like little grippers on their legs so they climb? This one's covering them with stiletto boots. I only just noticed because it's in the light.
Well, she's French. She's got her style to uphold. Weird, because all of the bugs are supposed to be... The ant's house is in Dover, so all of the insects should be in some sort of close proximity to England, yet the spider came all the way from France. How?
She hopped on a boat at Calais and took a ride to Dover.
Oh. That's actually really realistic. And simple.
I like how James is just like, let's all go to New York and have fun, and he's completely forgetting the fact that these are anthropomorphic bugs bigger than him. Why do you think they'll be accepted in society?
'Cause he's gonna make friends! Even though he has 6 right there. James, you're a greedy bastard. You've been given 6 of the most unique friends on the planet, and you still want more. Is there nothing that can satisfy your ego?
These are sacrifices. He's just lied to them. When we get to New York, it'll be great. They're just assets to his plan.
There'll be plenty of gardens for you, and by gardens I mean laboratories.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, James hasn't really ever had friends, so how does he know what the proper treatment of one is?
James is a secret sociopath.
Now the movie's getting interesting.
From now on, whenever I watch the Harry Potter movies, I'm just going to imagine David Thewlis with that accent.
Even when he's a werewolf.
Oh, Harry, just have this chocolate already, why don't you? It'll make you feel better.
Well, James, logically it is a stupid idea, but magic. So, just try anything.
James, you're made of clay. Anything's possible. Look, you could take your head off and you wouldn't die. Why? You're made of clay.
I just envisioned that.
Where did you find the cum-abundant glasses fit for a giant earthworm?
Not to mention they animate based on his, mood.
Because earthworms don't actually have eyeballs.
Yeah, hang on a sec. When James transformed, he was still wearing the same stuff he'd always been wearing. But how did the fucking centipede get a beret?
Maybe all the clothes are inside the peach, and then when all the bugs went in there, they just picked up random outfits. I call dibs on the bow tie. Well, I want the hat. It's like, fine. And then they just got all dressed and fancy.
That just raises further questions. Were all these clothes and outfits inside the peach to begin with, or did the Majoroni just, create all these different outfits?
Normally, I'd be the one questioning all this, but I really like this movie.
Well, I do too, but as you get older and you become more cynical, these things just start, appearing as if by magic.
Maybe, Tom, you should stop being so cynical and learn to be a kid again.
Tom, every time you think that there's something amiss, just think back to what happened about half an hour ago, and everything will explain itself.
Mate, I can't remember what happened 5 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
Well, there was a musical number, and that was about it.
So this is a thing.
See, the book itself, aside from the sad shit that happens in the beginning, once you get to the magical adventure on the peach, it's sort of by the numbers. I mean, yeah, as a kid, you can make it more exciting in your head, but I do like how with this movie, they didn't just do a straight adaptation, because in the book, this is actually just a horde of sharks. They're just sharks that want to eat the peach. But I do like how, we're using claymation. We can use our imagination. We can go bigger and better. So they stylize the shark, they turn it into a giant robot, and it's really cool.
I think this is one of the scenes I remember most from the movie, just because the shark itself is terrifying.
And really cool.
I'm sure it's symbolism, because, the fact that it ate the fish and then they came out as fish heads on a plate like a meal. It could be symbolism of a slaughterhouse. I don't know.
Or it's a symbolism of this fat ant eating shit and just leaving out all the leftovers for him to pick up off the water. Huh? Ever thought of that?
Actually, that's a good point, because later we'll see some weird skeleton thing, which could probably be reminiscent of Spiker.
Oh my god, we are reading into this film way too much.
James and the Giant Peach is actually an allegory for life and death.
Oh my god.
Fly, my pretties, fly!
So now the peach is flying, and the shark's well, normally I'd be fucked, but I'm kind of a robot.
And also, yeah, like I said, the robot shark also makes this escape way more cooler in the book. Once the birds were hooked up, bye. They were out of the water and away from the sharks. So, I see that they're trying to pad out some of these scenes. Yes, those 5 birds that are totally the difference between flight and not flight.
Super jump code!
Not today. Oh, and Ladybug with the assist.
She's an OP assist, banned in tournaments. Do not use Miss Ladybug assist.
So you're just expecting these seagulls to tow you all the way across the ocean to America without stopping for a bite to eat? This is slave labor.
Exactly! But it's okay. We're in international waters. Slave labor is totally cool.
Oh my god, James and his band of insects are pirates.
Exactly! Well, to be fair, this part takes place in Azores, which I guess are some islands off of Portugal or some shit. So they're totally free to do whatever the hell they want.
Wait, don't seagulls go out to sea when they want to die?
Yes, and now they're forced to go deeper into sea.
So wouldn't they all just like get far out to sea and then all just plummet to the ocean?
No, because a robot shark just exploded. Your logic has no place in my film. These pugs are all so British, it's killing me here. See, if these bugs were American, Miss Ladybug would actually have a gun in that purse, and that shark scene would have taken about half as long as it did.
Well, it's the other insects being so British that really makes Centipede and the spider stand out.
Fuck off, Glowworm. You didn't do shit.
Hey, she provided ambient lighting.
Also, you might want to remember that the spider completely credited James for this whole thing happening, like getting out of that situation. You'll want to remember that for later for what I'm going to say.
It's because Spider is his bug waifu. Like, she does whatever he says, gives him all the credit, and is just like, oh, James, you so kawaii desu claymation.
James giving advice. Remember that too.
He's like 8. I have lived a long, cold life. All you've done is spend like the last 5 years getting beaten. I don't think you have many life experiences to tell me about.
Well, James, when your natural predators are birds, you come back and give me a call, alright?
Wonder Worm with the power to eat twice as much dirt as a normal worm.
Oh, this bit's beautiful. Is this where the cloud people would have come in?
Yeah, they would have came and fucked it all up.
Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe they're not out of British air because the clouds are teapots, which I think can only happen in the UK.
This is true, actually. This is true. Whenever we need tea, we just fly up into the sky and harvest the teapot clouds.
Centipede, you are literally flying on food. Really? You're gonna go cannibalistic now.
Well, he's not being cannibalistic. He wants the seagull.
Well, he wanted the worm first. Damn, Grasshopper, it's like my monocle requires me to eat twice as much food as you commoners.
Like, I thought that the grasshopper was a genuinely nice guy, and he comes over here being a dick.
Well, Grasshopper's sort of the grandpa of the trip. You know, he's like, I killed 20 Nazis when I was your age, Grandpa. You only killed one. Quit exaggerating the story. Well, I need to eat more food.
Guys, you're on a fruit. Eat your ship.
Don't you see? I'm human. Humans are tasty.
They just all end up eating James.
I'm sorry, Ladybug. That wasn't clever. That was just being more observant than the rest of you idiots. Well, she has 4 eyes, but I can't help but feel she should have 2 more.
That's my main problem with this film, the complete and total inaccuracy of spider eyes.
9 out of 10.
I can already tell we're not inviting Drazer to any more spider-related commentaries. We were going to do Spider-Man 1 and 2, but Drazer, no.
No, Peter Parker's only got 2 eyes, not spider enough.
They have a Union Jack tablecloth.
This film is so British it shits the Queen.
Ew. That sounds painful. And we didn't use those cutting utensils on the ants. Why?
Look, he's got like 12 arms. He could have ripped them to shreds anyway.
Well, I know what he's going to be doing when he gets to New York with the ability to wield 12 knives at once.
Ooh.
Give me your fucking money!
This song is actually the song I was talking about earlier, that it's a Roald Dahl poem that they just decided to turn into lyrics for this song, Eating the Peach. So he gets a posthumous credit, not only as obviously the author of the book, but in terms of lyrics for this song. Why does everything have to be so gross in this movie?
That was kind of a running theme with Roald Dahl, to be honest.
I'm surprised he managed to keep it under control to make a book about candy.
Yeah, have you ever read The Twits? Like, that is truly, truly horrible.
Yeah, he's not talking about Twitter. It's like that Hagrid-looking guy and his wife.
Yeah.
Well, then you have the BFG where it's like, we're gonna eat children, and then he actually goes explicitly onto, like, bones crunching and stuff. It's like, really? Roald Dahl, what children did you write these books for?
I always wanted a glass of that peach soda or beer as a kid.
Well, I'm sure Jones Soda has made a peach-flavored drink.
It's like butterbeer from Harry Potter. That's like a real thing they sell, I believe, at the Harry Potter Experience or whatever it's called, and it's apparently really nice.
Yeah, Universal Studios. I might maybe go there someday. I don't know. I still gotta go to Disney World and Land before I do anything else.
So, I'm writing a report on Macaroni and its effects, and it seems to be that you can conjure up any item you want while you're in a musical number.
The effects of Macaroni. Unfortunately, the child has created delusions, believing that he lives in a peach and is talking to the bugs that have found their way into the lab. More studies yet to come. We've secluded him into one of our pent rooms.
10 seconds later, shit, we just ate the engine. What would happen if they accidentally went too high, and broke through the atmosphere?
I don't think the seagulls would be able to do that. I think they'd die first from lack of oxygen.
The birds would die first before the bugs, and then the movie truly would be a Roald Dahl classic.
James giving more advice.
Well, Spider, you see, the problem with your life is that you don't have more friends. James, that's your solution to everything. My husband's cheating on me. Have you thought about having more friends?
In debt, more friends. Having to do retakes on a movie that's kind of slow to start with, but picks up, more friends.
We're just more commentators.
I just realized her thread spinner, whatever, is an actual spool of thread on her butt.
Macaroni.
Macaroni has changed her body, her biology completely.
So, do we know what type of spider Miss Spider is?
Well, no red, so not a black widow, not common brown, not a recluse, not a tarantula.
French.
There we go.
French spider. If anyone actually knows, please feel free to leave a comment. My next dream is to go to the moon.
With all my friends and watch them suffocate and die.
Jesus Christ, Razor.
If all you really care about is just having friends, just make a Facebook or something. You'll get tons of friends. You don't even need to know who the hell they are.
Okay, James, it's obviously tripping balls.
Is this meant to be a crossover with the Very Hungry Caterpillar or something?
I guess they just didn't have enough art styles.
Now it's Angela Anaconda.
Oh dear lord. I thought I recognised the style somewhat.
Dude, Angela Anaconda was the best. I was so glad when they made the pre-movie show for the Digimon movie.
I was just about to say that.
Well, I said it first because I love Digimon more.
Yeah, I remember that now, you mention it.
Oh, that fucking show. Well, maybe we'll cover Digimon the movie at some point.
Oh, I would love it. I love Digimon.
They are the champions. But, talking bugs.
Caca.
And of course there was a rhino.
He can't honestly be scared of anything unless there's a rhino involved. Giant robotic shark? Psst, who cares? Flying into the air and having giant bugs that could possibly eat you? Child's play. Old men touching you? Casual. Rhinos? Fuck that shit.
What if the shark shot rhinos at you?
Oh dear lord.
Okay, how far north were you drifting, James?
Well, North Atlantic is really cold. People just don't really get it. I mean, the only reason you guys in UK have temperate climates is because you guys get water from the Caribbean. But everything along that latitude? Fucking frozen. This is also in the book where the Cloudmen show up. Like, the book pretty much starts to come to an end at this point, but we still have more movie to get through, so we need to come up with new shit.
I may have made all that up. Surprise.
I may not have been to Northern Africa. That could possibly be what they call in humans a lie.
Did I say that, Spider? Oh, I merely just wanted to stroke your weird spidery legs.
One of my friends is a liar? That can't be right. All my friends are A-OK. Tip of the top, cream of the crop.
James, you've just learned an important life lesson. One that you haven't taught to your friends yet is that your friends are people, well, bugs in this case, and have just as many flaws as you do.
And will one day lie and abandon you.
Yes. So the only friends worth keeping are those you get on the internet. They will never, ever go away. I'm smart.
You can tell that by my use of big words. There's a pretty fun cameo coming up, actually.
Yep, well, it's not so much a cameo as a complete reuse of a puppet.
Yeah.
I mean, at first I thought the cameo was like, oh, hey, it looks like it. No, they actually just went in storage and pulled out an old puppet.
Not the best day for James to wear his skull shorts.
I don't think he brought a change of clothes. I don't think he expected this to happen.
And so Centipede committed suicide. The end!
He was like, I know how to fix all my lies. I will die.
Bugs are cold-blooded. The second he entered that frigid water, he died.
No, Mexi, Macaroni.
Damn it! It's like 4 years of biology have just gone down the toilet when everything can be explained with macaroni.
It's like, the effects of Macaroni, Part 2. Bugs can survive in extreme temperatures.
So long as they have macaroni.
Actually, not even just bugs. James can't. Apparently, James can go under frozen fucking water and not give a shit. Oh look! I wonder who that's meant to look like.
I'm honestly now curious if they decided to keep his cigar. His cigar is still there underwater.
That just raises further questions.
The macaroni affected the centipede. What's your explanation for the cigar?
Macaroni. I don't know. Oh god, it's turned into Legend of Zelda.
Da-na-na-na.
Somehow I don't think so, sir.
Yep, there's your cameo. They actually brought back the head of the Jack puppet that they used in Nightmare Before Christmas. Put a beard on him, and voila, you have a bony skeleton captain.
Pirate Jack Skellington variant.
Remember when he wanted to be Santa? Well, then someone showed him the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
There's actually a sequel game to The Night Before Christmas. It's canon, where Oogie Boogie decides to, steal the leaders of the other holidays. So Jack goes to the other holidays, and he gets, multiple outfits. He gets, Leprechaun Jack, and he gets, Easter Jack. Unfortunately, there is no Pirate Day. Otherwise, we would have gotten Pirate Jack.
Well, there's Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Yarg. But that not be today.
That's a good job he was already dead.
James, lonely boy, abused by his aunts. Underwater ninja.
Underwater murderer, I think you mean.
Well, they're already dead.
Complete with talking and breathing.
I wonder how long this part took to animate.
Either they lowered the frame rate to get the water motions, or... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they'd have to alter just to get this water feel, and it works.
I'd like to point out, back there was a skeleton which looked suspiciously like Donald Duck. There he is.
But, yeah, Skeleton Pirates Under the Sea, not in the book. This is an original scene, do not steal.
I actually quite like this scene, though. I thought it was pretty cool.
I feel sorry for the kids who watched the movie before they read the book, waiting for the pirate scene, and it's like, wait, what the hell are these cloud men? Where are my pirates?
And this is where you see that Centipede is truly a badass.
One good deed absolved all of his lying and deceit and dumbassness, yes.
I believe the term is dumbassery.
He's like the bug version of Jet Li, really. Just, we didn't know it, because he hid it under all the Brooklyn.
Jack's back! I'm just fucking with you.
Why are his eyes like super glowy in this scene?
He's possessed by the magical hat.
Oh wow, that's... See, there's so many ways we could take this plot! Ah, God, hire us. We will write better movies for you than your movie writers can.
Hellfire Movies presents James and the Giant Peach 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Peach harder. Oh, see, now we're all friends!
I fucking hate you and you hate all my family, but I love you.
Yeah, the whole, eating each other, survival of the fittest thing kind of goes away once you're peachy pals.
You get it because I'm a grasshopper?
Shut up, Grasshopper.
And also, Big Apple, Giant Peach, yeah.
My god, I never realised that.
Oh, that's so bad.
The pun would have been even harder with the original title of the book. James and the Giant Peach was actually supposed to be James and the Giant Cherry, but Roald Dahl said that peaches are prettier, bigger, and squishier than a cherry, so he changed it up.
Yeah, the giant peach is more believable and just real.
Yeah, and cherries taste awful anyway. No one would buy that anyone would eat a cherry.
And then Grasshopper just pushed him off the peach. No one suspects the Grasshopper.
So, he's the navigator and you're just going to let him sleep.
Crane kick him off the side of the peach.
Wow, they're really not that high in altitude. James could jump into the water from there.
What do you mean jump? That fence just gives away.
Here's the thing that bothers me the most about that fence, fence staircase. In the scene where it picked it up, the fence, I think, was being picked up counterclockwise, yet the fence for the rest of the film is clockwise. I have beef with this. You guys may have story issues, but I have true continuity errors here, guys.
I'd rather focus on the existence of giant insects, thank you very much. Not everyone's going to know I'm cultured, god damn it!
Yes, because we couldn't tell when you used the word triangulation.
And the monocle kind of gives it away.
It's like, hey James, you know that really annoying sound we make? Well, when you use Majoroni, it turns into violins.
They gave him a real violin too, because in the book, his violin is his actual legs. Which I think would have been cooler. Like, why give him an actual violin? It's just more stuff that they put on the bugs.
Dude, that would have been a great party trick.
Okay, now you're just showing off.
Yes, Grasshopper, we know you can play Partita. Okay? It's not that bad. Bach would be so proud of you.
Crawling in my skin.
Somebody please make that into a video.
This reminds me of when my parents were eaten by a rhino.
Hey Grasshopper, do you know what I sing when I'm sad? My name is Jay.
Okay, see, this actually sounds like a Randy Newman song. Spoilers, yes, all this music we've been critiquing and saying is so dumb, it's all by Randy Newman.
Not his strongest soundtrack, admittedly.
Yet, he still managed to get this shit nominated for an Academy Award. Got nominated for Best Original Music or Comedy Score.
This came out 1 year after Toy Story, didn't it?
It's interesting how you said before that you forgot this was a musical. I didn't, but I completely forgot of a lot of these songs.
Well, they're pretty forgettable, to be honest. And just checking IMDb, yeah, 95.
Guess he was busy putting on his good work in the more viable film.
Also, if you noticed in the background before, there were like little stars going past. Yeah, this movie came up with star bits before you, Nintendo. Deal with it.
Oh, snap.
The intro to this song was fairly Galaxy-esque, actually.
Oh look, UFO. Oh no, wait.
Are we just going to ignore the fact that aliens exist in this universe now? They weren't conjured up by Majoroni.
Oh look, the giant fucking candle. Remember that?
The living candle. I like how the background is supposed to be like, you know, like one of those children's books.
In the boat, rowing the boat, it kind of looks like James. But like, not claymation, like real James. That was weird.
Here are your cloud people, you know, background shit for a song.
It's like, well, in the book we're dicks, we're gonna make it up to you now. Sorry.
Okay, now it's turning into a Monty Python sketch.
Or an I Spy book.
I hope there's giant bugs up in space, because there's bugger all down here on Earth.
I spy with my little eye. Something beginning with F. Friendship.
Yep, song about family, you know, totally not how the book is. I'm sorry, guys. I have to keep bringing up that the book is pretty dark. I mean, to the point that it is actually the 56th most banned book in America.
What's the 55th?
I don't fucking know. Probably, like, Goodnight Moon. Seriously, they banned the dumbest shit here in America.
The centipede was like, you're stuck with us for life, and James's head's like, not for long.
Look, there's New York!
We're here already. That was interesting.
I don't know, we didn't have any snowballs thrown at us or anything.
Are we not going to get like a scene from Nightmare Before Christmas where the sleigh is attacked by missiles?
That would be cool.
I love that part. Santa's burning.
Yeah, try not to be a giant spider. I get that part wrong every time.
Alright guys, time for your final boss fight. Can't go to New York just like that.
I found you, motherfucker. Your parents... I got your parents and now I'm going to get you and complete the set.
The compass! Oh no, because we totally need it right now!
How the hell do the bugs know what the rhino is?
They probably have, like, lingered around the house and heard what the aunts have been talking about.
Oh yeah, because they knew all the bad words that they call James, so... Plus, I know the Peach will make a safe landing. You guys on the birds, you're kind of screwed.
You having a giggle, mate?
I'll gobble your giant peach, I swear on your mom. Oh, wait.
Big rhino encounter, not in the book. Instead, what happens is they enter United States airspace, and a whole bunch of jets fly by the Peach, and they think that the Peach is a nuclear bomb that's about to be dropped on New York City. So they send out like the alarm, and New York City is evacuated, and all the people go into bomb shelters. It's hilarious.
Yeah, people panicking, screaming, running for their lives. Hilarious.
Yeah, well, it's that or giant cloud rhino. Which do you think is more silly?
The rhino's like, well, you might not be afraid of me, but you're afraid of fucking lightning.
Team James is blasting off again. Ding.
I liked how also the worm said, remember what your parents told you. So the worm's been around a lot longer than the rest of them.
Maybe the worm is just a reincarnation of his dad, and the ladybird his mum.
Oh.
That's my headcanon.
Not gonna lie, that was my child headcanon. Like I said, I honestly thought this movie had a lot more to do with, like, Wizard of Oz, and in that, all the characters are supposed to be her real-life peoples, all magical, so... Henry Selick? I'm not claymation no more! Please fix it!
Then you just hear a massive roar and it's King Kong climbing up the side of the building.
I'm on the tallest building in the world! No, James, that is not the Sears Tower. It's just the Empire State Building. Little different.
Like, even if it's not New York, as he seems to think it isn't, wink wink, it actually is, and he's on top of the Empire State Building, does it really matter? It's away from Spiker and Sponge, who gives a shit?
Because New York is one of the safest cities ever, because they have a no tolerance on crime policy.
Look at that milkman walking across the road, not even getting shot to pieces.
I also kind of don't get, like, New York has more than one defining building, okay? He could have seen friggin' Times Square, he could have seen the Statue of Liberty, and yes, given the time, he could have seen some remnants of the Twin Towers at this point in time. But no, he looks for just the Empire State Building.
Well, he's a Brit bong, that's all he knows about New York.
Yeah, and two things. One, he did technically see the Statue of Liberty. It was underneath the Peach. And two, there was the girl with telescope that Tom credited.
I was waiting for that moment. Vindication.
There you go. Well, you already ruined the surprise of there being a girl with telescope, like, in the beginning of this commentary.
Oh my god, are they gonna line up the cranes and then Spider-Man's gonna swing his way through?
Yay! I like how he's waving a little Union Jack, like, I come in peace! I'm British!
Everyone else died, but I made it!
Yep. Also, the people of New York aren't questioning whether he's a UFO or a Martian, like they do in the book.
Worse, he's British! Kill him!
Put him in a lab, let's test him!
Mexi, I was about to say macaroni, but I remembered it wore off. Fuck, my reasoning!
Yeah, science prevails after all!
I'm assuming he doesn't change into a claymation version of himself in the book.
No. That's just there for stylization. Yeah, I'm really having a rough time trying to date this thing. Like, a lot of these... Well, you have the sailor, so World War II-ish, but some of the women here are dressed as flappers, and that's 1920, so...
Yeah, there could be time travelers.
Look, we've had a giant peach, come on! Also, without macaroni, now I have to be cynical too. And I will be in a few minutes.
Fine then, I have science on my hand to explain many of these phenomena.
Well, I hope your science can explain something that comes up next.
We're gonna put you in a child home.
Whoa.
Yep, look, it's the ants that didn't die like they were supposed to.
1. How did they get the car here? And 2. How did they know to be here at this exact moment in time?
Oh, Drazer, you're so cynical. The main question is, well, actually, it's implied that they drove along, like, the bottom of the ocean to get here.
They meant Ariel. Didn't you see them while you were doing the Little Mermaid commentary, Tom?
Shut up.
Oh no, I was about to say that the fat one was Ariel because she looked like she had reddish hair. I was like, shit, she let herself go.
I want to bring this up right before they start saying stuff that I don't care about. But while doing this commentary, I learned that there's actually a post-credit scene involving the ants.
Is that right?
Yeah, there is one. I had no idea. So those of you guys watching, stick around after the credits. There's actually a scene. I didn't know.
We won't be talking over it, so, yeah.
No, good sir, it's an apple.
Does it look like a fucking pear to you, you fucking yank?
In America, we just call everything pears.
Yep, this checks out.
That's not a contract, that's a picture. Friggin' corrupt New York cops. This is New York.
Can I just say the makeup for Spiker and Sponge in this part of the movie is goddamn terrifying?
Yeah, what the wizard said! I agree with the man who just magically appeared behind me. Let the boy speak.
I don't think cops have time for this.
He's just one. There's a whole force of them. They're off, telling minorities to stop resisting, busting drug rings, stuff, the usual. He's gonna need some of that electroconvulsive therapy.
How about they fucking explain how he got here?
I know, they're his guardians. The fact that he is away from them and made it all the way to New York, shouldn't that reflect on how bad of a parent they are?
Can you tell that I'm reading from a script? Because I totally am.
Child actors. What can you do?
You having a giggle, James?
Yeah, we didn't see any scenes of him being beaten.
What are you talking about? That only happened in the book!
No, you didn't. That's a lie.
Well, technically the seagulls did all the work.
I know. Where's their credit?
Yeah, you didn't even pay them for that.
What are you gonna do with those axes? You're down there. I'm up here.
I don't know, what the law's like in America, but if they have a no-tolerance policy, don't the cops have the right to shoot them?
Oh, yes, and they will. They do. This is America.
They've sent out the satellite laser to take down the ants. Oh, it's just the insects.
Well, they're technically claymation, but sure, real works too.
Well, let's just be glad they stayed claymation and didn't turn real like James, because that would be terrifying.
Haha, that'd be funny.
Giant spider face fang thing. Ugh. Now to suffocate you two. Just pull the string behind their necks.
I don't think you've been humiliated enough, so I'm going to hang you in front of all these people.
Captain, we have giant anthropomorphic bugs tying up two abusive old women. What should I do?
Just smile and watch, boys. No one wants to get any pictures of this?
Tighter! Cut off their blood pressure!
Crush them!
Keep going till the eyes pop out of their head!
Now suffocate them!
Next, Miss Spider injects them with her fluids, which dissolves their insides and then eats them.
What do you mean I've been drinking? No, I haven't. I have brought them here to rule you!
I like how everyone can hear him without a microphone.
Acoustics were much better back then.
God! I'm sorry, just Miss Glowworm saying God bless the colonies. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here, Glowworm.
I'd like to bring to point the symbolism I was on about. Throughout the whole adventure, James uses his experiences under living with his aunts as leadership for these bugs. Bugs, which are very fragile creatures. But also, one thing that I only found out by watching this now is he actually technically picked up on their aggressive traits, and that's how he could confront the aunts at the end of the movie.
Ah, good point, good point.
James was technically symbolic of a bug compared to the aunts, and then he became defending real bugs with his experiences.
Here we are at the end of the movie. Mexi, what do you think of it overall?
It's a great movie. It's Henry Selick, so you know I love it.
Same for you, mate?
Yeah. Roald Dahl, I love it completely. The musicals, I can't even remember the words, I'm sorry.
Exactly. Good movie, forgettable soundtrack. Thanks for watching / listening, y'all. We'll see you all next time for another Disneython commentary. Bye bye.